boom, boom. All right, here we go. Alright, so, switching things up. Going leg day, it's going to throw me off a week. I'm going to have no idea what day it is tomorrow. But, just start focusing on loosening up the lower body. We didn't hit legs too hard yesterday, so should be feeling good with that. But stay light on the toes here and definitely pay attention to anything that feels a little bit extra tight or sore and needs a little bit more time to stretch it out. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right into butt kick. So let's stretch out the quads here. Continue to get that heart rate to start to climb. Wake up the body and really get those heels up there. You want to really stretch the quads, push through the toes to give yourself a little bit extra power there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 into those high kicks. So body's starting to warm up here. And again, really pay attention as we move through the warm up. Form matters here as well, because you really want to start to figure out what feels good, what feels mobile, what feels strong, and then what might need a little bit extra attention this morning. Toes all the way up, nice straight legs here. Let's go 3. Let's go 2. 1 more each side. And then go ahead and switch right into those knees to chest. So right knee in, hug it nice and tight to the body. Big open, and drop. You want to make sure that you get that squeeze, that initial squeeze into the chest to really engage the glute. And it's the open that activates the hip flexors here. Keep the tailbone tucked, the lower back nice and straight here. It will help with balance, but it will also help with that range of motion. Big open and drop. Let's go 1 more each side. Squeeze. Last one. And drop. And go ahead and shake out the legs. Get the blood flowing again. Then take a nice wide stance. We'll run through, warming up the upper body a little bit here. We'll keep it quick so as to focus all of our attention on the legs, on the glutes. But we're going to be doing quite a few dumbbell swings here, so you do want to start to pay attention to that lower back, mid-back area, and being able to sort of engage the core and recognize where those muscles are. Deeper into that stretch. Let's go 3. Up through the center, reach for 2. 1 more reach, and then right into the toe touches. So square the hips off. And then dive down into those toe touches again, paying special attention here to that hip hinge. So pushing the butt back while keeping your back in neutral, nice and straight spine. And starting to stretch through the lower back. You should also feel the sides of your torso loosen up a little bit as well. Up through the center. Let's go 1 more each side. All right, then back to the center. Keep the legs nice and wide here. Take that deep breath in. Stretch the spine up to the ceiling. Push your butt back behind you and reach for the floor. Just sort of settle into this stretch. And then you're just going to start to go back and forth, bending the right knee and then the left. Not getting super deep into it necessarily, but just enough that when you keep your feet flat on the ground, you really start to feel the stretch up the inside of the legs. Up to the adductors. And again, back stays pretty straight here. Let's go 3, 2, and 1. And then both legs straighten and go ahead and walk those heels in, toes, heels and toes until your feet are behind your hands, and roll those shoulders up to the ceiling. Shake everything out. And we're going to dive into our working sets here. So we're not going to need a mat for a little bit. What we're going to work through is a deadlift series, a squat series, deadlift series, a squat series. So the deadlift and the squat is going to change a little bit. We're going to throw some lunges in there, but we're always going to finish the strength training series with a kettlebell swing, okay? So really, really looking to hit the core, lower back, glutes on those kettlebell swings, okay? So we have plenty of time. The first 3 exercises, our strength exercises, are going to be no break exercises. We'll go right from one to the next, okay? So we're going to start with the deadlift. We're actually going to start with the posterior chain. You're going to want 1 deadlift, grip in hand, handlebars is where you're gripping, and right up top of the thighs. So we're going to start with those deadlifts. We're going to go soft bend in the knees here, okay? So again, soft knees here, nice straight back, keep that tailbone tucked under, and keep the weight nice and close to the body. So down into that deadlift, and right back up. So this is a long deadlift series for us. We're going to wake up the hamstrings, wake up the glutes. When the timer goes off, we're still deadlifting. We're just going to switch gears into a single leg. So you're going to switch over to that right side into a single leg deadlift in 4, 3, 2, and 1. So again, no pause as much as possible here, right into the single leg deadlift. And your choice, you can either hold the weight just in the right hand or in both hands. Either way, what you want to focus on is keeping the hips and shoulders facing forward. So don't let your body sort of tilt over to that left side and open up too much. That's going to change the angle of the lift. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and switch sides. So over to that left side now. Shifting the center of gravity usually means that the first couple are the hardest. And again, you're going to take this nice and slow. We have plenty of reps coming our way throughout this workout. Again, keep those hips facing forward. Yeah, nice. Excellent. We have 5 seconds, and we're going into our first set of kettlebell swings. 3, 2, and 1. Up to the top. Kettlebell swings. So this kettlebell swing, we are going to see this, 8 times throughout this workout? So it's going to be that little bit of a cardio push, but also think of it as your reset, right? Everything, feet on the floor, no single leg anything. Focus on that core being nice and strong, back stays tight. Coming up on our first rest here in 3, 2, and 1. All right, kettlebell down, shake the legs out and grab some water. We are definitely going to take those rests during this workout because I want you to be able to focus on strength and sort of always being able to recover just enough for that next set. So we're going to move into our squat set. We're going to go goblet squat into curtsy lunges. So that kettlebell's up at chest height. Hug it nice and tight to the chest. Feet under your hips or shoulders. Here we go. You want to bend at the knees, push your butt back so your knees aren't traveling too far forward over your toes. Yeah, awesome. And it's not exactly a narrow stance, but we are feeling the quads a little bit here. So get ready for the first curtsy lunge. You're going to keep that right foot in front and step behind you with the left. In 3, 2, and 1. Step behind and right up to the top. Yep. And stick with that one side. We'll switch sides when that buzzer goes off again. You want to take a big enough step back that you feel nice and stable. And then push through that front heel to draw your body back up into a standing position. 10 seconds. All the way through, and then we're going to give that right leg a rest. Over to the left in 3, 2, and 1. over to the left side. Again, if you can, very little time in between transitions here. So we're always moving. These are 2-minute sets of movement before we get that break. Awesome. All the way through. Getting ready for that next kettlebell swing again in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. We're not going to take a long break for a while here. We're going most of the way through this workout without that sort of 60-second plus break. So just mentally know that's where we're at. We do get that little rest period coming up here though. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Now that little rest, so grab some water, grab a towel if you have it or you need it. Okay. We have a similar sequence coming up, but this time we're going to take things wide stance, all right? So we're going to change the angle that we're coming at the muscles with. So we're going to go back into that deadlift, but we're going sumo deadlift this time. So nice wide stance, toes just angled out to the side, and into that dead. So again, you're going nice wide stance here. Same idea though, soft knees, no real bend. You just want soft knees so you're not cutting off any blood flow. But still, this is all about that hip hinge. So you're pushing your butt as far back behind you as you can. Squeezing the glutes, staying strong in the core, and pulling back up to the top. We're looking at sprinter lunges here, 2 and 1. So this is what we're into. Goblet squat, hold, right leg stays down, tap and up. Tap and up. So that left knee is sort of tapping the back of your calf, and stand up nice and tall. And we're going all the way through that buzzer. Timer goes off. All we're doing is switching sides. So again, 0-second transition. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Over to the left. Ooh, that's when you start to feel those sore quads. Boom. And stand up nice and tall. The lower that you can get on that calf, the more work that left leg is going to have to go through to stand you back up into that start position. So try to get lower and lower, stronger and stronger. Kettlebell swings in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Kettlebell swings. Remember, that's our reset, right? So no matter how sort of wonky those last few reps felt, no matter how sore your legs were starting to feel, this is that reset mode. Stay strong, connect with the core. Yeah, awesome, nice straight back, that looks great. Powerful swings here, right up to shoulder height. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and take that break. All right, we have one more new round of exercises, and then we're actually going to start back at the beginning. Remember I said we're going to go through most of this workout without a long break? That's because we're starting back up at the top. But first, we're going sumo squat. So we're going to go that same wide stance that you had for the deadlift, but now we're going squat mode. So we're hitting the quads, shifting into that knee hinge movement. 2 and 1. Here we go. Boom. And up. So you're going to start to feel the inner thighs a little bit more. The wider the stance, the more that you are going to feel that. The more the work shifts away from primarily being on your quads and shifts around the leg to hit a few more muscles. When this timer goes off, you're going to keep that wide stance. And we're going to do side lunges to the right. But we're doing from this wide stance mode, so no step. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go, to the right. Boom. And press up to the top. Hitting those glutes a little bit here. Starting to wake up the glutes medius, glutes max. Here we go. Come on, get deep into that lunge and push through the heel. Yeah, excellent job. 15 seconds on this side. We'll even things out. Left side lunges in less than 10 seconds. Come on. 5, 4. Push through the heel. 3, 2, and 1. Up through the center. You can center your body and then over to the left. Boom, and up. And again, it might take a couple of reps to get back into that sort of smooth pattern of movement with that strong push. You want to keep the lower back nice and straight here. It gets a little bit more difficult in this goblet squat hold. You start to feel the lower back. Keep the core tight. We're looking at kettlebell swings in 4, 3. Nice, done. Come on, 2, and 1. Up to the top, kettlebell swings. We're keeping that body in work mode. Push through it. Come on. Yes. Nice. All the way through. Yep. Hinge back at the hips. Squeeze the glutes. Draw the hips forward. And again, you want that nice straight back, nice strong core. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. There's our break. Take 30 seconds here. Definitely grab some water. All right. No more surprises for this first half of the circuit. We're going to start back at the top, hitting those deadlifts again. So now your body's warm. Not quite tired enough to lose form yet. So really try to push yourself all the way through. Grab your kettlebell. Feet are under your hips, a little bit wider towards shoulders is fine, but keep it nice and narrow into that deadlift. So again, no surprises here. We know what's coming up. So you really want to lock in that form. The only rep that matters is the rep that you're doing. So don't think too far ahead. Just pay attention to what you're doing in the moment. 4, 3. We're going into a right side deadlift. 2, and 1. Plant the right foot. Weights in the right hand. Down and up. If you feel like you're losing your balance here, you can keep that back toe on the ground. But with the weight in front, it actually helps to stabilize you to get that heel up off the ground. And you're waiting for that torso to hit parallel to the ground before you come back up to the top. 4, 3, 0-second transition. 2, and 1. Over to the left side. Keeping that back nice and straight. Part of the work here, part of the challenge, is keeping the hips and shoulders facing forward. Not letting that right hip open up to the ceiling. You want to keep everything in line. Forward momentum here. We're under 10 seconds. Look at the kettlebell swing in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Up to the top. Plant those heels. Reset mode. Come on. With those kettlebell swings. And again, you're going to start to feel your body, feeling this weight, feeling this swing. We've got a little ways to go, so stay strong. Take the deep breaths in when you can to sort of reset mentally and physically. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Weight down, go ahead and grab some water. Nice and done. Whew. All right, so keeping the body moving, shaking things out. We're going to shift gears back into goblet squat mode. So again, this is that stance with the feet under the hips, no wider than shoulder width apart, all right? Weight is up. Plant the heels, plant the toes. 3, 2, and 1. Sit it back and push up. Yeah, excellent, nice. You want to make sure that your knees are staying over your toes, so don't let them push out too far over the toes, but also make sure that they don't do anything like this. You don't want them to come in as you push up, right? Keep nice and wide. Boom. 10 seconds, and we're going to move into curtsy lunges. That right leg's going to stay in front. 3, 2, and 1. Right side curtsy. Again, you're starting to feel those legs here. So definitely paying more attention to form than speed. We're getting that endurance workout, whether we like it or not, because of the length of this first giant circuit. 10 seconds. Timer goes off. We're switching gears over to the left. Balance things out. Yep. Push up through the front heel. Nice. 2, And 1, up through the top, plant the left foot, and over, stepping behind that left foot. Yeah, awesome. Again, that knee tracks over the toe, so you're not getting too far over that you feel like that leg is shifting all the way over to the left. Getting ready for that kettlebell swing. Stick with it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, up to the top. Readjust. KB swing. We have 30 seconds before we get that water break. Stick with it. Kettlebell swings are one of those exercises that as you start to get a little bit more tired, or forced to the movement, which is just fine. Just hold on to good form as you move through it. Come on. Yeah. Shoulders stay down and back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Take that little break. Nicely done. Those look strong. All right, that leaves us with 2 mini circuits to go. And then I promise we'll take a real break. So, shifting gears into that wide stance mode, okay? So we're going sumo style deadlifts, kettlebell in hand. Nice wide stance here. Deadlifts, hinge at the hips. 3, 2, and 1. Push it back. And again, you want the legs to stay fairly straight, but don't lock them out. Don't lock out any blood flow. We don't have to go that direction. All right, so this wide stance wraps the work around to the back side of the legs a little bit. We're going into those runner's lunges. So we know we're going to hit quads. 3, 2, and 1. Stand up nice and tall. Right foot stays down. Tap that left knee down to the Achilles tendon and right back up. So back of the calf as low as you can take it. And then standing up nice and strong. You can drop the weight if you're feeling like it's throwing you off balance here. But remember, 30 seconds of each, and we're already at 5 seconds on this side. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left side plants down. Let's go. Try for that 0-second transition. We want to keep the body in true work mode here. Tap and stand up nice and tall. Starting to feel those muscles a little bit. Nice and tall. Here we go. 10 seconds. Looking at kettlebell swings. Coming down the pipeline. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand up nice and tall into that reset mode. Here we go. Woo! I know, just when we think we're done, we're going into those swings. This is the second to last time that you are going to see kettlebell swings in this workout. So just hold on tight to that form. Pull the ab muscles in towards the spine to support the movement. Support your back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Kettlebell down. Now's your time to grab some water. All right, we've got 1 more mini set before we take an actual break. Whew. All right, we're sticking with that wide stance mode. This time, we're going wide stance squat into those side lunges. So, kettlebell's back up at chest height. Make sure it's resting against the chest. You don't have to hold that in the bicep curl. 2, and 1. Here we go, squat. And push up through the heels. The wider the stance, the bigger the angle that your toes are going to be facing out, because you always want your knees to track over those toes. That's the safest way to do a squat. Everybody has a sort of different comfort zone in terms of how far apart their feet are, but those knees want to track over the toes. 4, 3, get ready to go to the right. 2, and 1, we're going over to the right. Side lunge and push. Pushing that butt back behind you, not forgetting about that front knee, right? You want it to travel just over the toes, not too far forward. Yeah, form looks great. Chest is staying nice and tall. Excellent job. 10 seconds. Almost there. 3, 2, and 1, over to the left, no pause. Just keep it going. We're so close, come on. Pushing that butt back behind you. Imagine a tiny bench back behind you. Tap down and push up through the heel, back up to the top. I love these single-sided lunges. They really, really pull out the emphasis about balance and keeping everything strong, no matter the dominant side. 5, 4, 3, kettlebell swings in 2, and 1. Stand up nice and tall. This is your last set of kettlebell swings. I promise I won't even add them. Woo, that wasn't English. I won't even add them to Thursday's workout. Come on. Yes, nice. Remember, keep that lower back really nice and straight. The core stays tight all the way through, even though we're almost done with the kettlebell swings. The kettlebell in general, really. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Kettlebells down, drop it off to the side. Nicely done. Told you it was going to be a long one to start us off. Grab some water. We're going to take an actual break here. And you're going to want to grab a mat because we are heading to the floor for this next round of exercises. But again, we're going to give ourselves a little bit of a break here. Keep the body moving. All right, that was definitely the longest of our circuits. We're coming up on a glute and core series here, so we're going to cut our time in half, but we're really going to focus in on the glutes. Our reset position, so instead of that kettlebell swing, our reset position is going to be a plank, okay? There's going to be no rest in the second circuit. Your rest is that reset, okay? Is that plank position. So we're going to be down on all fours. We're going to be doing a glute kickback series, hitting one side, plank, and then hitting the other side, all right? So on the mat, no weights needed. Definitely have water nearby if you need it. And let's rock and roll into this second set. So on all fours, we're going to start with that left side. So we're just going to start with the OG kickback here. Shoulders over the wrist. Here we go. Flex the foot on the left side and get those kickbacks going. This is a good time to lock in form. So you're keeping that lower back really nice and straight here, just like you were doing on those swings. All right, so when this timer goes off, we're going to go into a pulse. So we're going to be up at the top of the kickback. 3, 2, and 1. Up in that pulse. A couple inches up and a couple of inches down. We're dialing in the focus to the left side for a minute and a half here. And remember, our reset is going to be that plank position. Keep that knee nice and high. Keep that foot flexed. We're going into extensions in about 10 seconds here. So again, that knee stays locked in place. Good height. 3, 2, and 1. Extend and bend. I'm going to move forward, so I'm not kicking anything. Extend and bend. Keep that knee nice and high. That foot stays flat. That back stays straight. There's very little change in the body except for what that leg is doing. Just that single left leg hinging at the knee at this point. 10 seconds to go. Timer goes off and we're going into an elbow plank. 3, 2, and 1. Knees down. Give it a break and into that elbow plank. This is our reset. So take some deep breaths in here. Exhaling tension from the glutes. Again, really recognizing the core strength it takes to get through these exercises. When this timer goes off, the knees hit the ground, and we're shifting over to the right side. That's in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right side, right back in to those kickbacks. Nothing fancy. Flex that foot and push it right up into the ceiling. Again, keeping that lower back nice and straight the whole time. You start to really feel that glute muscle working. It's nice to have that little break though on the left side. Those stabilizer muscles. Get ready for your pulse in 3, 2, and 1. Pulse. Pulse it out. Come on. You know what to expect here. You know that burn's coming. Fight through it. Keep that knee nice and high. Glutes are a strong muscle, so to get growth, you really need to push the challenge. We're looking at extensions in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knee stays high. Extend and bend. Extend and bend. Stick with it. All the way through. That knee stays high. Hips and shoulders stay facing forward, especially that right hip. Try not to let it open up to the side. Hold steady. We're looking at that plank reset in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Draw the knee in and step it out into that elbow plank position. Hold steady. All right, so we're looking at another 0 transition movement here. So when this timer goes off, stay with your elbows on the mat, and you'll drop your knees. We're going to transition into some straight leg kickbacks. So here we go. Drop the knees, forearms stay on the mat, left leg straight up behind you, and go ahead and leg lift. Heel goes right up towards the ceiling and right back down. This is it. We're hitting either side one more time. Stick with it. Just, again, all we're looking at here is a different angle. Shifting gears just a little bit to keep the body working hard. 3, 2. All right, you're going to lift up over the right heel, tap to the outside, and back to the center. So we're arcing up over the right heel, tap down, and then back to the center. So getting a little abductor, adductor work in. Our last exercise is going to be that extension from the straight leg position. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Legs up. Bend that heel all the way into your butt as close as you can. Get to the butt and then all the way back out. Keep that leg nice and high. It's almost hard to sort of get an arch into this exercise, so I'm not too worried about that. Just keep the glutes moving. We're looking at our plank reset in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step it out into that plank reset. Woo! We have about 2.5 minutes to go. Hold steady. Keep that butt low and pull those ab muscles in towards the spine to keep the core nice and tight. Stay strong. Under 10 seconds. We're going to finish up on that right side. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left knee down. Straight leg. Kick ups to the ceiling on that right side. This is it. Last couple minutes of work here. Stay steady, stay strong. We're almost there. When that timer goes off, we're moving into that arc. So arc the left foot up and over, the right foot up and over the left side. Here we go. Up and over the left heel, tap down, and right back to the center. Tap down, right back up to the center. Make sure that arc stays high. You want to reach sort of the apex of that kickback each time. If you're going to do the work, you might as well get everything you can out of it. Come on. Almost there. 5, 4. Looking at extensions in 3, 2, and 1. Lift the leg up, heel in, and then stretch it out. This is it. Final 60 seconds of work here. Glutes are feeling it. Core is feeling it. stay steady here. Draw that heel in as close to the butt as you can. You start to feel that hamstring contract in and stretch it out. All right, final plank coming up. 3, 2, and 1. Step it out. Lock in that really good form. This is our last plank, last exercise of the workout. So stay strong and wait for that final buzzer to give you the nod to come down and relax. Stay strong with me. 10 seconds to go. We're almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees down. Push yourself back into child's pose. Stretch out those glutes. Stretch out those shoulders. Nicely done. Whew, I'm sweaty. All right, so sitting all the way back on those heels. Focusing on taking deep breaths in. Exhale and let your body just sink into that position. All right, whenever you're ready, I'm actually going to have you flip it around. We're going to focus our whole stretch on the legs. So you're going to start on your back, legs straight out in front of you. Keep the legs nice and straight for this first round, and you're just going to draw that right foot up to the ceiling so it's an L above the body. Fingertips gently applying a little bit of pressure to pull towards the body and add a little bit more to that stretch. So what you want to feel here is that stretch through the hamstring. Try to keep your hips flat on the mat. And again, focusing on those deep breaths in. All that oxygen, you want to start pumping to the muscles. Go ahead and relax that right leg. Left leg comes up. Same idea, straight up above the hips. And just applying gentle, gentle pressure to the back of the leg. Hips flat on the mat. You're going to start to feel your heart rate come back to normal. Body temperature starts to cool down. Go ahead and release that left leg. We're going to go back to the right side, but you're going to bend your knee this time and draw the knee in towards the chest. And the pressure this time comes to the front of the shin. And again, it shouldn't hurt, but you want to just apply a little bit of pressure to sort of increase that stretch. Lengthen everything out again. Go ahead and relax that right side, left leg up. And hug it in nice and tight to the body. And release. Go ahead and bend your knees. We're going to stretch performance here. So start with both feet flat on the ground, knees bent. You're going to rest your right ankle across your left knee. And then pick both legs up off the ground. And again, a little bit of support from the hands behind the thigh on the left side. And just gently pull in towards the body. You're going to sort of feel that stretch on the back side of that right leg. Keep the knee nice and wide if you can. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and release. Switch sides so the left ankle goes across the right knee. And pull that right leg up towards the body. Again, keeping the left knee nice and wide. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. And then just go ahead and hug both knees into the chest there. A little rock and roll across the spine. Just loosen everything up. And when you're ready, go ahead and rock yourself all the way up onto those sit bones. Shake the shoulders out. Woo! I'm slapping. Nicely done. Shut this up.